talking by the fire, and
Does head mean anything to you?
She blew you?
What? No, I blew her.
Best counselor weekend yet!
Mike.
Hey, Billy, how you doing, guys? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Well, listen, a huge congratulations on the movie. It's fantastic. I mean, the first question I've got for you is for both of you. I'm turning 50 this year, so I was kind of these kind of horror movies. They don't usually resonate with me too much because I'm kind of from the Goonies era more, and so kind of Gen Z movies don't typically.
By the way, you look amazing. You look like you don't look like you're about to turn 50. That's
Thank you very much.
yeah,
But, no,
yeah.
but now I'm coming for you with some praise as well.
Okay,
so
good.
The way that it's so perfectly written, the dialogue is so well done, and the comedy is perfectly timed, perfectly written. It just really resonated with me in such a big way that I really wasn't expecting. So the first question is kind of, how did you approach that? Did you just kind of go with your own comedy, or did you really think about guys who might be kind of like your parents, I guess, who watch those kind of movies too?
I think we probably love the same movies as you love, and the movies that you maybe
yeah.
like grew up watching, we watched, but just later. Like they weren't, coming out when we were kids, but these are the movies that our parents loved and introduced us to. I always feel like the sense of humor between Gen Z and the people that are, in other generations is not as different as people make it out to be. And I think a lot of times the problem is when a movie tries too hard to be Gen Z, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't kind of resonate with anybody because it's hardly ever authentic enough to make sense to a younger generation. And
well, the minute you put a line in the sand of like, this is Gen's, like that we're committing to this being a movie only made for this generation, I think that's like sometimes when movies have problems.
So yeah, we wanted it to feel like it could speak to the younger generation in a way that felt authentic to them and maybe some of the experiences they're having. But at the same time, it was like, it's a movie about being afraid to grow up. It's a movie about being insecure. It's a movie about having, wondering if somebody likes you, tension between your new love interest and your friend. It's like all these things that are very timeless and are apparent in all these movies, like from the 70s, 60s, whatever onwards. So we kind of wanted to like get rid of all the phones and stuff as much as we could and just present these young people in a way that felt authentic, but also like it was timeless. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, I really appreciate the fact that we did get to spend so much time with them because it's not in a like a summer camp slasher. We don't usually get to kind of empathize with them. We kind of they get killed off pretty quickly, most of them. So it was really cool to see that, and it was really effective towards the end because of that. I want to talk about the kills. Obviously, I don't want to give any of the kills away, but I love the kills because I don't think I've seen any slasher that kind of, I don't want to give it away, but the way it's edited so that you don't kind of see everything, but you think even worse things in your head. That was really a really smart move. Was that something you wrote in the script, or was that something that you decided to do when you got on set?
Yeah, honestly,
a mix of both.
It was a mix of both, and some of it was also finding it in the edit as well because there were tail ends of kills that we had filmed that just like they didn't, when we screened them, they just didn't work as well because I think because the movie's so comedic and has so much comedy in it that sometimes, if we had a sequence that had more of sort of like a violent kill in it earlier on in the movie and we'd show it to audiences, they'd say like, well, it's hard to come back from that dark of a kill and go back to the comedy, because it was just so gnarly.
So it maybe would work really effectively as a kill on its own, but in the context of the film, sometimes it was like, oh, we need to dial that back a little bit. And then there was also, again, without giving too much away, there was like a consideration of there's a sort of a mystery and whodunit element to the movie that if you saw too much in the beginning as who's doing the killing and who's not, like it kind of would have showed our hand too much. So we let ourselves have a little more fun towards the end with more, I would say outwardly gory kills, because that's also such a fun part of the
and that was a big reason why we wanted to make the movie too. Is like I grew up loving practical effects and love that stuff, love gore and love prosthetics. So
I'm quite curious about something else that you used in the film. I think it's okay to, it's not a spoiler. I think it's more of a teaser that there's a Ouija board makes an appearance in the movie. Yeah. Obviously, Billy, in the film, you said that you don't like to fuck with ghosts, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Was that how you guys felt when you actually brought a Ouija board onto set? Because I'm pretty skeptical.
Yes.
When it comes to a Ouija board, I don't want to go anywhere near one of those things.
I was like trying to get us to get a fake one. I was like, let's get one with the letters are like not in the right order, so it can't be
It
a
was
real
like the
thing.
movie in real life. It was very
Yeah.
I for whatever reason I didn't give a shit. I just didn't care at all. And I'm in 2 movies with ghosts, a
Yeah.
bunch of movies with ghosts.
Not the
And
same.
for
No,
whatever
Ouija board is a
reason,
Ouija board.
and yeah, for whatever reason, I just felt totally like the only time I really started to care and think, like this might not be a great idea is our Matthew Finlan, who plays Ezra, who's absolutely amazing. He in real life is like a huge. He has a show in Canada called Ghosted. It's like a ghost hunting comedy show, reality show. So he knows all about the paranormal and ghosts. And when we told him about it, he was like, "Oh no, like you've now opened." What did he say? He was
He
like,
was freaking me out, man. He's like, you turned the thing 3 times, it's open, you have to
Response.
close it. And then we had already put the Ouija board away and we were moving on. I was like, let's go back.
We did close it.
Let's go.
though.
Well, I hope so. That was kind of the reason we started writing this movie, is because I'm so afraid of that kind of stuff in a way that I get very
Like
neurotic
exposure
about it,
therapy.
that like it just is fun. It's also funny to me. I can recognize like I really don't like it, and I have a lot of friends who like to mess with me with that kind of stuff.
Billy
So
saw a spider on like one of the first days
yeah.
and screamed.
it was a silence. I couldn't even make a noise. It was a silence. Well, I saw the biggest spider you've ever seen in your life.
That he's ever seen in his life.
It was this big. It was this big. It was massive.
Couldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah, we're gonna stop. Yeah, they're pulling me out. So, join hands. Please say goodbye. Otherwise, it's it's jinxed. So, listen. Thanks so much for your time. I wish you the
Thanks,
best of luck with
man.
the film. I'm sure it's gonna go down really, really well. And I hope to speak to you sometime soon.
Thank
Yeah,
you, man.
thank
Us
you.
too.
All right, take care. All the best.
So much blood. Shut. Oh God, this is bad. That's so much worse than I thought it was gonna be. You know what they say? A bad day behind me is better than a good day anywhere else.
The line's been cut. Oh, I've always wanted to say that.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Feeling.